Hong Kong streets turned white again as tear gas that burns the skin coated protesters who refused to take down street barricades. When that didn't work, police rolled out new weapons. Water cannons mounted on armored vehicles. All of that ratcheted up the intensity of the violence here, but what we saw on a side street in Kowloon was arguably worse. Riot police confronted what they thought was a small group of protesters. But suddenly, from around a corner, more people showed up and went on the attack. In the rain-soaked streets amongst the chaos, one cop stumbled and fell, and for an instant, it seemed he might be swarmed and beaten. Then, in one of the few times since these protests started, police drew their guns. One fired a warning shot. Others waved their guns at the crowd, including in our direction, as one brave man tried to de-escalate things. And this is where that very scary scene ended, with the riot police taking shelter in this building here. A few minutes later, as you can see, dozens, perhaps scores of reinforcements came banging on their shields to relieve them, but a very scary moment. People here have given up counting the number of rounds of tear gas that have been fired and the number of nights of clashes between police and protesters. Authorities have tried shutting down metro stations so people can't get to the protests, and Chinese regulators have put pressure on Hong Kong companies to ensure their employees stay away, but none of that appears to be working. After a short lull in the violence last week, Sunday night's confrontations were arguably among the worst since Hong Kong's political crisis began. Chris Brown, CBC News, Hong Kong.